list of employers that are recruiting and offering visa sponsorship jobs here in the UK. So whether you're a nurse from Nigeria or Ghana, you're an IT personnel, you're into hospitality, this is the video you should be watching, okay? So get your pen and book so that we can dive straight into it. The first recruiter will be IT. First one will be Tata Consultancy Services. Now, I've written this thing down. If you see me looking down, I'm just reading it from there, okay? They are hiring software engineers, IT consultants, and analysts, okay? Now, let me give you a pro tip. You see your LinkedIn profile. If you have one, this will be the best time to update it, okay? Because some of these recruiters look at your LinkedIn to see what you're doing there. So go and polish it and keep it to standard. Be the person recruiters are looking for, so that whenever they visit your LinkedIn, you stand opportunity to be invited for interview, because that is the first step, invitation for interview, right? So the second recruiter, let me quickly say that the making of this video is based on my personal research, okay, and industries that I have seen offered job to some people recently, all right, because there are thousands of UK companies that are recruiting and offering visa sponsorship jobs here, right? I'm going to leave the link of the official government website with this list in the description box, okay? So that if you want, you can go and explore further those lists. And like I said, these industries are not limited to what I gave in my previous video or what I'm going to give you guys now. If you haven't watched that video, make sure to click on my name or click the link in the description box and go and watch it. I'll leave it also somewhere here so that you can watch it and get some of this industry. If you fall into those categories, don't wait for care jobs, okay? So the second recruiter will be IBM UK. They are looking for professionals in AI, cybersecurity, and cloud computing. So they support family relocation as well in some roles, okay? So the third one will be Accenture. Guys, they are hiring project managers, business analysts, and software developers. So they value certifications in Scrum as an example. All right. I'm not an IT person, so but don't even ask me. These are people that have gotten job in this role. Okay. So if you want to stand out, include things like programming languages or tech certification in your CV, like Python, whatever that is, guys. I'm a nurse. Disclaimer, I'm a nurse. But I have to, dive deep to ask some of people this information. So please make sure you like this video for me, okay? And share it with your colleagues so that them too can benefit. This is the kind of video you should be sharing, right? Now let's move to the second industry. Guys, I have more than this list, but once we revisit other employers, we see if we can come back, or maybe we can do a part two of this kind of video. If you would like part two, let me know. It depends on what comments I see. If not, we'll move to another topic, okay? So the next industry will be hospitality, guys. Hospitality and retail industry is another field that offer visa sponsorship. For example, Hilton Hotels, they are hiring chefs, front desk manager, and they offer visa sponsorship. Another one is Heralds, okay? So now, if you are applying for this kind of job, you already know that you need to do what? Tailor your CV. Don't do a generic application. It will not get you anywhere in 2025, okay? So one of the key things you should do is to follow instructions in the job description. If they say no email CV, don't email CV, okay? Stick to what has been described in that job you want to apply and look for keywords, right? Let's say, for example, you want to apply for a care assistant role and they're telling you that they need someone that is good in IT. If you have such skills, emphasize it on your CV and also include such keywords in your CV. Okay. Now, some of us will say, I've applied to thousands of jobs and none of these companies is getting back to you. That is because your CV you submitted is not who they are looking for. So, in your CV, that your personal statement or your cover letter, make sure you write it to represent who this company has described in their job adverts. What's the need of applying for thousands of jobs without doing a good, valued application? That's when you see you've scattered your efforts everywhere. You've applied to 200 and no show. Please, 2025, channel your energy to the right direction, okay? So if you are applying for like 10 jobs, you make sure that that 10 jobs is valued application, high, top-notch application, okay? Now, also, you already know that companies don't include visa sponsorship in their job descriptions, right? You rarely see these things these days in job description. But one of the things I would say you should be doing, which is what I've advised one of us, and she did it and got job, is to go to the list that I will leave the link in the description. Also, copy the names of some of these people, because even if you call them, they will tell you no, that they are not recruiting. Go and check if they have any job opening. Okay, if they do have job opening, apply if you meet the criteria, not with a generic CV. Okay, do your job, do your role, do the work, and apply. Just submit your applications, because I've seen people that just applied for jobs that never mentioned anything visa sponsorship, but they got sponsored. Okay, so that shouldn't discourage you from applying. Anyways, the next industry, let's look at our top most visa sponsorship industry, which is the hospitals, healthcare, nurses. You already know the number one people I will call in this category. Do you have a guess in the comment section, and let me know if you got it correctly before I mentioned it? That would be our NHS. Our NHS is still recruiting workers, healthcare, nurses. They are still recruiting and they are still offering visa sponsorship. Okay, they are even sponsoring people to go and do nursing on a paid level, like they will pay you and still sponsor you to go and do studies, to go and study to become a registered nurse. So, my dear, I've listed previously in this channel about how many, a lot of NHS that sponsor some of my friends to the UK. The link I'll leave somewhere in this video so that you can watch it if you haven't. If you're a nurse, you're a healthcare, shoot your shot, see if they're still recruiting, okay? And apply. Let me give you a pro tip. Tailor your CV to highlight your certification and your patient care experience. So you should be mentioning more of soft skill, things like basic life support, all those things that make you a carer. Emphasize more on it when you're developing. NHS have a long application, which is why some people avoid it, but it's up to you. You know what you want, right? So you should go for it. So the next one is a very healthcare. I would have said a primary group, but I think those ones only do nurses and strictly nurses, okay, that are in the UK. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for a job, give them a go. All right. Next one, in my next video, right, I'm going to share about 4 tips that some of us here in this channel applied and got job with some of these employers. Okay, so I'm gathering some of these things from them so that I can come and share you guys. These are actionable, practical tips that have been applied by some of us and they got job from outside the UK and some within the UK. I'll just gather it as a list and share it with us. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, this will be the best time you're hitting the subscribe button as you're looking at me so that you can join the community. And do me one favor, guys, you already know as we do it here. Like this video for me, share it with your friends, but above all, leave me a comment. Tell me where you are watching me from, because I want to tailor my videos to what you need, to what we need, okay? Because there's no point making videos if it's not meeting our needs. And also tell me the kind of job you're looking for and what kind of video you want to see in this channel so that I can do my research and bring us. If it warrants me inviting someone, trust me, I'll do that and invite them to the channel, okay? Next one, HC1 still recruits, but again, the competition is high now in the care industries, right? There is overload of those that want this job, those that are actively recruiting. So it's not as easy as it used to be, but with persistence and constant application, you will definitely get this. Next industry, which is engineering and construction. For example, Europe is recruiting civil engineers and structural engineers, and they offer visa sponsorship. We have Balfour Beatty and Mark McDonald, okay? They are recruiting and they are offering visa sponsorships to some certain roles, all right? So guys, I'll leave the link in the description box, okay? Like I said before, I've checked some of these people and they have license to sponsor. However, that does not mean you should not do your own research, okay? Please say no to falling a victim to anyone that will ask you to. That is not what I'm advocating, and I am completely not responsible for any of such, okay? So please do your job and account for yourself, all right? I know some of you have this question of, do I need to have experience before I apply, or what if they don't get back to me? My dear, the thing here is keep going, remain persistent. If 1, 2, 3 employers says no, if you need to take a break, do so, but keep going. I believe as you keep improving your application and your skills, you will get a recruiter that you match their job requirements. Okay, in our next video, I will bring you pro tips from some of us. Now, this is not generic advice of setting email notification and all that. No, this is advice that people applied and it worked for them. So you try some of them and see if it will work for you as well. So this is where we've come for this video. I hope you find it helpful.